Hey guys, Zari here. Hope all is well and trust you're having a good morning so far. It is Friday, August the 9th, and we are about to open here on the New York session. This is, of course, the Three Sisters, as every day. Boring, 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 and we're going to try to keep it that way. NASDAQ, S&P, and Dow from left to right. Volume weighted average price in the middle, 2.5 standard deviations. These are the Three Sisters. Let's take a look at the daily chart here. This is what I call the daily frame. We've had a significant sell-off on the NASDAQ over the last 2 to 3 weeks, and on the S&P and on the Dow, of course, as well. But today, this morning, or overnight, we've broken above yesterday's high, and yesterday broke up above the prior day's high. Same thing on the S&P, same thing on the Dow, or very, very similar. And so that's the daily frame. It looks like we're trying to push up here and resume what was a rampaging bull market, but we are far, far away from confirming that, given that this is a sequential wave downtrend, a series of lower lows, and so far still lower highs. Be watching that very closely, of course, this morning and the next few sessions as we go into next week as well. We are now open on the New York session. This is the first 1 minute candle. We are below VWAP, as you can see here in the pre-market, and we are dropping down fairly hard here on the Dow. We are muted on the S&P and trying to rally higher a little bit here in the first minute. This is a micro scale, of course, on the NASDAQ. Let's take a look at the power grid. I wanted to show you this. I already showed you the daily. Of course, there's the daily frame. That body is a neutral to bearish body, but the candle is a cascading up candle, meaning having broken that prior day's high. We have a range here. I'm just going to adjust this little zone down to there, those two equal body bottoms from the pre-market, and we'll see how we act and react as a result of that action right there. Let me expand this as well so you can see. So you can see in Asia, guys, we kind of meandered down, then we rallied up into the crossover into the UK session, topped over here, and have driven down ever since back into this kind of support area that you see here, and now trying to rally a bit higher. I'm not doing anything off of the open here, guys. I'm going to be very, very patient. This is Freaky Friday, Fiasco Friday, and you know, sometimes it's not very different than any other day of the week, and sometimes it can be a little wonky as many participants are adjusting portfolios and making decisions going into the weekend, and we sometimes see some strange action here on Fridays. The Three Sisters, guys, this is the 1 minute open range has now been formed, of course. We're into that second minute, as you can see, soon to be into the third minute. There it is, and looking like we're trying to push up a little bit here on the NASDAQ, and now kind of settling back a little bit. I'll put you on pause, guys. I'll be cutting out dead air, sideways grinding action, non-teaching moments, things of that nature to keep this video nice and tight. I will not be reacting to anything here out of the open until I see some structure or some ideas coming together with alignment. Pause now. All right, guys, just watching. I'm dropping down to a 30-second chart here on the grid, and won't be doing anything here for a while. I'm just going to be watching this in this zone. Bearish body, bullish cascade candle at a key support zone here, trying to push up a little bit, but failing it back into the open range. Some mixed messages here this morning on the NASDAQ alone, and then as we factor in the Three Sisters, significantly mixed and neutral messages here as well. So nothing for me to do here, guys. Watching down below now. This was a clean-ish traffic area. There was a bit of a buying here. This really should be marked and through here as well. So more accurately, guys, this should look like this. Buy stop order right above, and it's live. Can't see it yet. It's coming. Right there, buy stop order, looking for 1 hour. I'll fix this marker in a moment. Here we go. And I'm in, guys. Here we go. Long the NASDAQ, guys. Long the NASDAQ here. The Three Sisters very quickly pushing up, and pushing up. All three confirming the move. very definitely worth the coin toss here, guys. And we'll take whatever fate comes our way, or my way certainly here. All right, so why am I long here, guys? Well, we have an up day with a bearish body, so it is mixed signals here, but bullish configuration in terms of cascade, right? Higher high and higher low so far here today. The body temporarily, or at least for now, is blue, so it's a bearish body. In other words, we are trading now below where the candle opened for the day, and that's okay. But we need to see some buying and some support to come into here. We've had a nice pullback here, long extended pullback into a support zone, and then a break above prior candle high from the pre-market. Those are bullish signals. We are above the open range. I bought at session high and above the 9 above the 21, and all three sisters agreeing with the order at the time of entry. That is a coin toss with the odds in favor over time. But even though the coin is weighted towards heads, anything can happen, and we're about to see that play out right now by the looks of it. And now it's just about drinking some hopium to keep this thing alive, but it looks like I'm going to start this Freaky Friday with a 1R charge. Let's see. What I like to do very often is to let the first break happen, and then a pullback. There's a little fake break to the downside, and then a renewed move to the upside and break above. This is often, more often than not, a very strong signal to take. Today might be the exception, and that's what trading is all about. And there it is, guys, a 1R loss to start Freaky Friday. Let's see if we can get this thing back a little bit later on. Who knows? Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Just a routine business expense, guys. No big deal. I'll talk to you soon.